Quite a few years ago, I hiked to this glacier in south central Alaska. Like so many things in nature, it seemed like that huge moving ice would be there for at least a few more centuries. But then, I returned this summer. Things had changed. The hike starts after we strap on our bear spray. I'll give you one guess why we need that. Walk to the end of the large parking lot and head up this marked trailhead on the right. With the exception of a few brief sections, the path steadily climbs. It's not heart-poundingly awful, but assures you that the 2,400 feet of elevation and about 3 miles is not a typo. For the first 20 minutes or so, the trail is surrounded by greenery, in particular the big leaf devil's club and wild celery that are everywhere. As it gets rockier, it also becomes more open, allowing us to see down to Crow Creek Valley and across to more mountains in the Chugach Range. Less than 2 miles into the hike, the trail levels and comes to a marked junction. Going right takes you up for 2 more miles to Crow Pass.
Or you can head left and come to the 100-year-old remnants of the Monarch Mine, which operated here between 1909 and 1938. Along with another mine, the Jewel, the ore was so rich here, miners were able to produce up to 6 ounces of ore per yard of gravel. Now in today's prices, that would be worth in the neighborhood of $10,000. Strangely, before the gold was discovered, hundreds of prospectors came through here on the Iditarod Trail, headed for riches elsewhere. I guess you might have the same feeling because there's still all sorts of gold to be had here. 1/4-ounce nuggets are still common, and someone even dug up a 3.3-ounce nugget. Now, these days, prospecting is done with metal detectors.
From the mine, we backtrack a short distance to this trail junction and continue up. Traversing and switchbacking up the ridge with waterfalls just below us. Oh, and perhaps a black bear across the way foraging for food. Have you read the instructions on the bear spray yet? Might be a good time to review.
By the way, if you're enjoying this video, please hit that like button. It'll help me get my videos out into the wide world of YouTube. So I appreciate that.
In case you were curious, this alternate route is the same length as the other one that bypasses the mining ruins, but is a bit steeper. The next point of interest is Blue Crystal Lake. The cabin here, with room for 6 people, is open to the public with reservations that can be made 6 months in advance.
Along with bunk beds, a table, snow shovel, fire extinguisher, the cabin also sports a kerosene stove. However, you do have to bring your own fuel. And the Park Service figures that means you're going to need about a gallon a day. I pity the person who has to carry a gallon or two of kerosene up that trail.
And we continue across the lake basin to Crow Pass at 3,550 feet in elevation.
I'm standing on what was once the original Iditarod Trail. This was a supply route that went from the mines and Seward, about 100 miles south of here, to the Alaska interior. Now, incidentally, this was several decades before Alaska became a state. This particular segment is 23 miles long and ends near the town of Eagle River. If you have 2 or 3 days and you can arrange a shuttle car, this is one of the great backpacking trips in the Anchorage area. By the way, the old trail was rebuilt in the 1970s by a Girl Scout troop, so many thanks to them.
Oh, also, from the trail, we have this viewpoint of Raven Glacier, which pours down off Goat Mountain. I hate to say get here before it's too late, but according to a 2023 article published in the journal Science, should the Earth's average yearly temperature rise to 4 degrees Celsius over pre-industrial levels, Raven Glacier will completely melt away by the year 2100. That's along with more than 200 other glaciers in Alaska. The glaciers are in fact already shrinking at a rate of 3 feet each year during the past 2 decades. If this continues, what we're looking at right now with suitable amazement will be nothing but scarred rock. After taking enough pictures of the glacier to amaze your grandchildren, who may never get to see a glacier in person, we simply reverse course and return down the trail to our car. Now, if you came up from the mining ruins, it's best to take the other, more moderate trail down. It does cross at least 3 creeks, but all of them usually involve nothing more than some rock hopping. And, of course, watch out for that bear off in the distance.